Hello, and welcome to the first ever reading on the channel of Blood, Sweat, and Rainbow Productions. I am your host, Grant, and today I'll be reading out part of Arthur Morgan's journal from the game Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, I'll only be doing the main story readings, and I'm also going to be trying my best to do an Arthur voice. I thought that might spice things up. So, I hope you enjoy it. I'll be doing my best. If you want me to stop, I will. If you think I should keep doing it, I will. If nobody says anything, I'll probably just keep doing it. But without further ado, let's get right into the reading.
Blackwater. I bought this new journal after the last one got destroyed in that fire all those months ago, whenever it was. I haven't written or drawn much in the past few months, but I was missing it more than I thought I would, and finally near a store, so here I am, I guess. After all that business up north in the fire, we spent a few months in the wilderness traveling down from the northern grizzlies. Stuck mostly in the western foothills and the mountains during the worst of the winter. Food was easy to find and life was good. Dutch had a lead on some land we were going to buy, but the land did not match up to his criteria, or he got spooked we were being watched by the law and that somebody knew who he was, and we never bought it and we're still wandering. We picked up a couple of new folks in the Grizzlies. Jenny, a sweet young girl we met abandoned on the roadside, and Micah, an outlaw Dutch met in a bar someplace. Dutch seems very taken with Micah, who is pretty hot-headed, argumentative, and full of himself. Jose and I are less sure. Guess we shall see. Eventually, we came out of the wilderness and are now holed up outside of Blackwater, although sometimes I stay in town, hunting for opportunities. I might be onto something. We got plenty of money, and the trail we took was so treacherous and slow nobody could have followed us south and east, or figured out where we was headed. We was thinking about California, but then Dutch and Hosea brought us down to Blackwater. Blackwater has apparently grown a whole lot since any of them was last here. I was told to expect little more than a trading post, but the place has grown fast, and it's almost a small city. The town seems to be riddled with corruption, but there's certainly plenty of money here. It's good to be sleeping in a bed from time to time and living a more civilized life after so long under canvas, but I do not particularly like being this near town. We are living here, camping outside town mostly, hidden in plain sight, I guess. Life seems pretty easy. Abigail and Marston keep arguing. I wonder why exactly he came back. He cannot seem to decide if he wants to be a father to that boy of his or not. The arguing is exhausting. I heard talk of a man sounding like Trelawney, but we haven't seen him for many months. Jose and I are onto something. Something pretty big. Might be a whole lot of cash coming in to do the real estate scam Hosea thinks he may have discovered. I am not sure yet. The perfect crime, we think. One where we rob crooks. We are being real careful. It's fun working with Jose again. This man is an artist of nonsense. Even if nothing comes of it, we are having an amusing enough time. It's good to be running scams again. Jose is a born huckster. He is getting anxious, worried that by lingering in town we are going to bring undue attention on ourselves, but Dutch thinks he is also onto something big. His words, not mine. Bank money being brought in by boat, apparently. So for now, we are working on both things and seeing what happens. Plan is to flee west into the desert country someplace if we can. Micah and Dutch are planning to rob the ferry in town. They think it's laden with riches, cash coming in for the banks coming in by boat. For once, I am not getting involved in the job. Jose and I are too taken up with our business, which I believe could go very well. And Dutch seems confident that with the group assembled, all will be okay. Plan is for them to carry out the job, then flee into the wilderness out of the west. The next day, Jose and I carry out our scheme and join them. Dutch seems happy and excited. He's talking again about California, but he's also talking about a lot of other places. We have been running for weeks. I mean running more than usual. The job they was pulling in Blackwater, robbing that ferry, it turned into a disaster. Young Jenny got killed, poor thing. Well, Sean and Mac both got arrested or killed, nobody seems sure which. Dutch China girl. I am not too sure if by accident or design, and it seems like it might have been a setup. We took to the hills in an almighty scramble, leaving money and most of our things behind. Then, as we were fleeing east over the grizzlies, an almighty storm hit us. David Collender, who had got shot in the gut on the raid, passed away. It was brutal to watch, and the rest of us nearly froze. We found shelter and have been resting here in some old abandoned mining town while we await the thaw.